Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Witches Reclaiming the Round Table. I'm just going to go over to YouTube and go live there so we can welcome you all here to Zoom and here live on YouTube. And Witches Reclaiming the Round Table, we are here to call in the new wave of witches and sorcerers who are making our way home to our sovereign truth. And this space has been open now and for the next 7 days to invite in all of you who relate to the word witch or wise one or healer, because the Knights of the Round Table have created space for us to take our seat. They have been waiting a long, long time for this. So this summit is inviting the witches back onto center stage where we belong to sing our sacred soul song once again. And I am your host, Eimear Stassin, and I'm really excited to welcome today's expert speaker, Denise Alamo. Hi, Denise.
Hello, Eimear. Hi, everyone.
It's so lovely. Oh my goodness, my voice is going funny because the energy that's emanating from you and your gorgeous crystals. We were just speaking backstage before going live and having such a giggle at the rising energy and the importance of what's coming through you and your crystals, Denise, for today.
Yes, I'm so excited, and my crystals are so excited. The energy got even higher from when we were talking backstage. It's right. They're ready to go.
Amazing. Well, I hope they don't mind if I introduce you first before we dive in.
Don't mind at all.
So Denise is a spiritual transformation coach, crystal sound bath facilitator, crystal Reiki healer, and intuitive oracle card reader. And Denise knows the power of crystal energy healing. She began her journey in energy work early in life and honed her connection to the crystal realm during her spiritual awakening. And she now works to coach others on their own spiritual and healing journey. Denise lives in North Carolina in the US of A and enjoys traveling, Tai Chi, and rock hounding. To get in touch with Denise, visit her website, denisealamo.com, or message her on Instagram, Making Life Golden. And these links will be on Denise's speaker page as well. They're already there, actually. And your topic for today, Denise, is bringing back balance with crystal energy, which I so love your topic and title, because this is what the summit is about, the balance at the round table.
Yes.
So,
I'm so happy to be here. And the crystals are happy to be here as well.
Yeah. So where would you like to start? Would you like to share a story or dive into speaking about the crystals? What feels good for you?
Let's do a little bit of the crystals, because I can feel like they're getting antsy. It's like, come on, let's start. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. Tell my story.
Awesome.
By the way, everyone, this is Lulu. She is a beautiful, huge rose quartz. And Lulu and Eimear have a very special relationship. And she will be providing her beautiful love energy frequency to you guys, along with the other crystals that I have here, that there's so much to show. But yeah, when I was feeling into the energy of the collective group here, there were a few things that were coming up, and also certain crystals that can actually help you during these times, because it's been a bit crazy for a lot of people for a while. And so a few topics were coming up, like the topic of being mindful of this time that you're in and the moments that you're having during the day, and bringing awareness in it. Because I know for me, I can get caught up in my head like all day and just forget about the rest of me. I'm just like a floating head, and I'm like, all the energy is up here. And so the topic of being mindful and awareness with showing up. Also, being present, being fully present as much as you can help bring in so much balance, and the experience of you showing up in the world, being fully present is so much more enriched, so much more powerful than when you're just stuck in your head. And I know that from experience. And also a powerful theme of letting go, surrendering, and just letting it flow. That one is really huge, showing up very prominent in my life. And I feel that it's, important to say for this collective group here, and the power of surrender. Oh, it's so huge. That affirmation alone carries so much weight, so much power. And I find myself saying, I surrender several times a day because that, habit of being stuck in my head and not really being fully grounded at, different moments during the day, depending on what's going on. And so when I say I surrender, that allows me to take a step back and let go and just breathe, just be. And not only just be, but regroup my own energy, because there's so many things throughout the day that grab your energy. There's the news, there's all these things. And you end up scatterbrained at the end of the day, sometimes before the end of the day. And it's like, I just need a moment. I surrender. And yeah, if you have not tried that, try it out. I think it'll really, help you guys if you're struggling. Another thing that I do, sometimes life gets so crazy and you can't reach friends or family for support. You might be so frazzled that your connection to source, it feels like it's cut off, or you can't reach it, or you can't hear or feel. And in those moments, all that you have is your breath and your heartbeat. And in those moments, what I channeled for the collective is put your hands over your heart space. Tune in and feel that heart center, that heart chakra. And just breathe. Just breathe. And that'll begin to recenter you. That'll begin to collect all the little fragments of energy that were lingering out and about in the world and bring it back home to you because it's yours. And another affirmation I like to say with my hands on my heart, and I'm breathing and I'm feeling into my heartbeat, I love to say, I am here. To me, that's so powerful. And it brings in accountability for yourself, your energy, you're calling on your own I am presence as well. When you're saying, I am here. And it's like a recommitment to yourself and to your energy. And you just show up differently. I find when I do this, I'm elevated. Like I'm getting hot right now, just running through this exercise and sharing it with you guys. But yeah, try that out and let me know how it goes for you.
I love that. I love that. And just in the manner and way that you're sharing this, your voice and your energy, it's so calming and serene and feels safe. Like I've always felt very safe in your presence. And that's such a gift. It's such a gift to radiate that safety to others, to be able to be themselves and to be here now. And to be able to breathe and feel our breath and the opening of our heart or whatever's flowing through us. So thank you for sharing that and channeling that for us, for all of us here now.
You're so welcome. My pleasure. Because I've been in those moments. As a transformational coach, I've been in the trenches of the dark where, I feel like prayers aren't being answered. I feel like this isn't working or that isn't working. I'm like, what do I have left? I have my breath. I have my heartbeat. That's going to have to be enough for now. And it always is. And it always will be. And I just wanted to share that with you guys now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And would Lulu like to speak?
Yes. So she's saying that she like to introduce the crystals that can help bring in balance. And so I broke it down into 3 categories: mind, body, and spirit. And so we can start with the body. So a lot of times when I'm stressed out, I feel like I can't deal, I will take Lulu or a different or smaller rose quartz and just put her on my heart center and just lay down and breathe and allow her frequency of love to just seep in and give me what I need at that moment. And it's so soothing. It's so it's like a massage in a way when you do that. And you can always make an intention to allow love in, and they honor that. The crystals honor that as well, and they will help bring in their frequency and help shift the energy. And so I feel that she fits into all 3 categories: mind, body, and spirit. And yeah, love is everything. We are love. We come from love. We're going to go back to love. And so that is a huge reminder. Like the love frequency is embodied in quartz crystal, but we can always utilize that. And so for grounding, I have a few crystals here. So if I'm looking away, I'm picking the ones that want to be on camera right now. So for grounding and anchoring your energy, one good crystal is moss agate. Mine looks like this. This one has a really fun and gentle energy of bringing in like the nature of grounding itself. And it does it very subtly. It's like a sliding scale. It doesn't do it like that. It like helps you mellow out first, and then the frequencies start to meld into your frequency. So it's a very gentle and easy stone for grounding and anchoring. Another stone great for grounding is hematite, right here. I'm also wearing a hematite bracelet. Wonderful for grounding. A lot of energy healers use this. I use this when I do my Reiki healings to help ground in the energy of the healing life force during a Reiki session. And this one works a little bit faster than the moss agate. But yeah, when you hold it, it has a nice weight to it, like a heaviness that says, I am grounding you. Just let go and I will do my thing. I love that. Tiger's eye for the body. Yes, I didn't wear the bracelet, I wore this pendant. But yeah, tiger's eye is wonderful for realigning your lower chakras and bringing in balance so that you won't feel frazzled. And it gives you energy too. If you're like really tired and you feel like, oh, I need coffee to get through the day, try a little bit of tiger's eye. You can still have your coffee, but yeah, try tiger's eye for a little energy boost. And it works wonders for the solar plexus as well. And another one for the body. So when I was talking about, things taking your energy and going here and there and everywhere, and at the end of the day, you can't deal because you either absorbed all this energy from the world or you've got negative thoughts going on. Selenite. Selenite is a powerful energy cleanser, and it will clean your environment as well.
I've got my hands out here. I can feel that.
You see that? I love using selenite to comb my aura, to get rid of any stuck negative energy that I may have picked up because I'm an empath. And yeah, I just use it as if it was a brush. I'm not actually putting it against my skin. It's just a few inches. And usually I do it with a wand, but today this one wanted to come. And I just gently run it through as if I'm brushing my hair. And then I go all the way down, all the way to my feet. And you can actually feel the energy just lightening up when you do that, when you work with selenite. And I also have a bigger one here if the camera didn't pick up the other one. Yeah. This one came with the light that shines. So when I put it on, it's like super bright. But yeah, selenite has an amazing, amazing cleansing energy. Okay, for the mind. For quieting the mind, soothing the mind, or if you just need energy, mental energy. Sunstone. Sunstone is an amazing stone, and it emits such joy and happiness, like pure sunshine. And it will activate you, give you that boost that you need. It's like, Sunstone is like a cheerleader that's on your side. And so she's like constantly motivating you, constantly giving you this beautiful stream of energy to help you, because that's what she wants to do. She gets so much joy in assisting. Mental mind, fluorite. Fluorite was one of the unearthed crystals that I featured in my series on Instagram. And this one, before that, I hadn't worked with fluorite all that much before, but she wanted to come forth for, I believe it was the month of August. And I was working with her through the whole month, and I noticed that my focus was like super laser fine-tuned, because I was doing a lot of stuff, trying to get my website up and other business things, and I was just on it. And I really feel that fluorite had a lot to do with that, because usually I'm kind of scatterbrained, or I can get scatterbrained, but working with her is a very streamlined process. So that one's really good for focusing and getting the work done that you need to get done. Let's see. I couldn't find my bigger piece that was gifted to me, but this is labradorite. And labradorite is really good for working with the higher chakras, to open up your mind, to help you receive higher guidance and wisdom. This is a stone that you'd want to meditate with and have the question of what's next for me. This one is really, really good for tapping in to the higher wisdom and the higher mind. And also when I was channeling, I kept getting some might be having issues with sleep. And so I have a few crystals here that I can suggest to help with sleep. First one is scolecite. This one, I notice when I work with this, it helps to really quiet the monkey mind. Like it's the energy that scolecite holds is so potent, and it really helps to soothe the mind and to help you release the day and just start to relax and start enjoying life, and not live in your head all the time. And amethyst here. This was a piece of amethyst that one of my friends gave me. It has a beautiful dragon on it. Amethyst is wonderful for keeping a soft and soothing environment. And it aids with sleep. And also, I noticed for me, it's a great pain reliever as well. And it helps with the third eye and the higher mind as well, tapping in. I don't have actually have a moonstone bracelet. This one's peach moonstone. And this one brings a very, very lovely, soft, warm, comforting energy to you when times are just tough. And you need this crystal embrace. Reach for moonstone. She will definitely not disappoint. And for the spirit, all encompassing with the theme of balance, I find that turquoise works so very well. Just the color frequency of this blue of turquoise alone has such beneficial properties. Blue is very calming color. It's very relaxing. It aids the throat chakra as well. And turquoise in particular, from my readings, it's very protective stone if you want to protect your energy. This one is really, really good for that. And howlite. How could I forget howlite? So for sleeping, sleeping issues, howlite here works wonders. I put it on my third eye sometimes when I'm doing a night meditation, and it just takes me all the way out. Like I'm gone. I can't even finish the guided meditation because this stone is just so soothing. And yeah, so this one definitely recommend for sleep issues and bringing back balance in your life. And my all-time favorite, forever favorite, clear quartz. Look at that, you guys. Oh, I love clear quartz, the master healer. Great for everything. It aligns all the chakras. It brings in balance and it amplifies the energy, the good energy. And yeah, I highly recommend, if you can't get any of the crystals, go ahead and try to get clear quartz, or at least start there. So it makes a world of difference. And I think that's everybody.
Wow. I'm just getting so many tingles over here when you share your gems and these beautiful beings that you have such a gorgeous relationship with. And I love how you broke it down to mind, body, spirit as well. And also that your previous life before this, you were a nurse. So
Yes.
you know, and you're so connected in all ways.
Yes, being in nursing for a while in the medical field in general, it really gave me a highlighted perspective and appreciation for the human body. Because I've seen so many episodes of the dark side of the medical field and the dark side of nursing that you really don't hear. And yeah, this body is a gift. It's a gift of love. And it's so important to take care of it as much as you can, because this is it, this is the physical body and allows you to be out in the world and have all these beautiful human experiences. And so I feel that it's really important to acknowledge that and give yourself self-love, self-care.
Yeah. Yes, and so many beautiful comments as well, and how you are just embodying this healing energy and amplifying that. It's so, so gorgeous.
Thank you. A reoccurring thought that I used to have when I was in nursing was I'd see patients in so much pain, and being an empath, I could feel that. And at the end of my shift, I would feel destroyed, so terrible. And I'm like, there's got to be a better way. It's like there's too many people we lose from, all these different, what's the word? Dis-ease and emotions that don't get cleared out and trauma. That really shows up in the body. And I think nursing, being in that field, you really get to see it raw and up close. And I feel like the medical dramas and all of those shows like that don't really come close to how precious life really is. And so I've taken on a holistic approach in my life and in my business. And so the mind, body, spirit thing is what was coming forward for this collective. I'm like, oh, I have to bring in the crystals for the mind, body, spirit. And then people can just pick and choose which ones they want. Or if it doesn't resonate at all, then that's perfectly fine. But yeah, that really wanted to come forth.
Beautiful. Yeah. And so beautiful that you were able to step out, really, ultimately, of the profession that you were in, that you had studied for and were so successful in, to then choose the holistic path and bring the healing of our earth to us in this way. So thank you.
Thank you. It felt so right, so aligned, because every single job that I had felt like something was missing, like something underlining my work. And I'm like, okay, what is what is next for me? If it's not medical, no, this way, then what is it? What does it look like? And then I stumbled upon an opportunity for coaching. It was actually nutrition coaching that I went to school for. And then within my school, they had 3 different pillars. It was the mind, the spirit, and the physical. And I resonated so much with the spirit. And the teachings were like, oh my gosh, I want to do this. I don't want to talk about nutrition. Nutrition is kind of like spirit, though. I'm like, yes, let's talk about it. Let's bring in the crystals. Let's bring in the Reiki and, all of this stuff. And I had to lean into it. I had to. Like everything was just screaming at me to go that way. And here I am as a spiritual transformation coach and healer. And this is so aligned. I haven't felt this aligned ever in any position that I've been in. And so this is where I'm at. These are my tools and my gifts and my love. It's like I love doing this.
Yeah. Soul aligned. This is your soul calling.
Yes, definitely. And when you were talking about earth energy, I was reminded about how plants. So these recent times, I've noticed a few things, like the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom are really stepping up. And last year, I got into cacao ceremonies, and I loved it so much so that I became a certified cacao ceremonialist. And I offer this in my coaching program. And I brought a little piece of her to show you guys. This is cacao paste. And this is what I use to make up the cacao drink. And the first time I did a cacao ceremony and I met the spirit of cacao, my life changed. I was viewing the world differently. Like the level of heart opening that I received from her, it was astounding, life changing. And it brings in such a deep level of compassion for not just yourself, not just humanity, but for all things. I find that I don't even swat away flies that much anymore because I'm like, that's a living being. I don't want to kill it. And so, yeah, she has this beautiful, beautiful heart-opening energy that I just love. And she just melts away all the hardened crud and debris that life is, solidified. And she just takes that all away. And I love that. Because of her, I've gotten a more loving approach with plants in general. Like when I drink my tea, I'm on a different level. When I use aromatherapy, I'm on a different level because it broadens the perspective, these are plant beings and they're helping me. And I so appreciate that. There's a high level of appreciation with that. Even got this one too, ceremonial matcha. This is what I drink from time to time. And to just commune with this plant energy, this plant medicine is so very powerful. And the key to it is being open to it because they have so many things to share. I know that my specialty is the crystals, but because of Mama Cacao, I'm also like opening up to the plant realm in addition to the mineral realm. And it's just been an amazing journey. And I love to offer that to people as well, the cacao ceremonies. And animals. Let me go show you the amethyst again. So I've noticed that dragon energy for me has been showing up a lot. Like I see dragons everywhere. More than I ever used to. And it's like they want me to notice them. They will I'll be in a store and somebody will have a dragon on their t-shirt. And I'm just like, whoa, there was a dragon on that t-shirt. And these types of things happen so often multiple times throughout the day. I was driving and then someone had a bumper sticker of a dragon on the back of their car, and it said Sun Dragon. And I'm like, this is not a coincidence. Like, what is this? And so, yes, dragons are, I feel like their energy is reawakening. They're having a resurgence in a way to the human consciousness. And because the earth is shifting and changing in frequency, so is everything else. The crystals, the plants, us, you know? And so I feel that these times that we're in, really, really special, very magical as well. And I have 2 cats, and lately they have been like really, really feeling this cosmic energy, these cosmic shifts that are occurring with the planets. And one tip that I will share with the audience is, for me, I've noticed my cats, they're being really needy, and they might be wanting more food or less food, or changing their sleep patterns. So just kind of keep an eye out if you have a pet. Keep an eye out on how the energies are also affecting them. And because they can pick up on your energy. And if you're frazzled, then they're going to be a little bit off too. So that's also another level of being aware of your energy and being mindful, because your energy affects the environment as well. And so, yeah, pets, they know something's coming, something really big is coming. They just can't like speak English or human language. But yeah, if they're feeling like a little bit, stressed out, just give them some extra love.
I love that. And Michelle is saying the dragons have called us here today, and the animal kingdom, I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you for all your sharing. And I wrote down one sentence that just struck me was the key to this is being open to it. When you were speaking about Mama Cacao and the plants and the crystals, the key is being open to it. It's so profound.
Yeah, definitely. Once you make that decision to be open, all of the doors just become so much bigger and wider. And then your energy, bringing in that I'm open, I'm ready to receive, that's powerful. That is super powerful. And the energies, the plant energy, the crystal energy, the dragons, all of that, they feel that. And it's their key to say, okay, let's go. She's ready, or he's ready. Let's do this now. And yeah, I did that with the dragon energy, and now I'm seeing them everywhere. I've done dragon meditations, and I've acquired my own little dragon who likes to sit on my shoulder. And yeah, it was channeled to me that my personal dragon, he wanted to experience like human day in and day out energy, so he can further help the human race to ascend and to heal and protect. I'm like, wow, thank you so much. And a few years ago, unicorns were attracting me and calling me. And I did a bunch of meditations because it was just nonstop. We were like, hey, we have something to tell you. Go into meditation. We want to show you something. And so I have so many notes about the unicorns and this particular unicorn realm, that they basically gave me a key to visit. And eventually that's going to turn into something that I'm going to share Don't know yet. I'm waiting on the guidance for that. But yeah, now's the time. It's magical.
Amazing. And unicorn is actually the national emblem of Scotland.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah. So unicorn statues are everywhere, everywhere. Yeah.
Say no more. I'm coming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got to come now. The
And I'm
unicorn.
taking Lulu.
Yeah, yeah, amazing. Does Lulu want to speak now? Lulu, Lulu. I know she already is through you. So many people are resonating with what you're sharing, and the dragon energy, the unicorns, crystals, yeah, the awakening, and someone sharing as well the ley lines and the dragon lines. Yeah, and that clearing that is happening on Mother Earth. It's beautiful.
Lulu is saying the heart is the key. Keeping your heart open, doing self-love, self-care exercises during these times will really help ground in your energy, bring in more love and more light into your being. And something about the Merkaba. The Merkaba is evolving. And she's saying that love is here. Just call upon it. Reach out for it. It's here. Just ask. Just ask. That's what she just said. Yes, love is here.
So beautiful.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And for people here that maybe are wondering your connection with Lulu and crystals, you're able to commune and connect with them. Would you like to share more about that? Like how, for example, this crystal before you is called Lulu.
Sure.
If this feels like the right time.
Yes. Yes. So I have a clair gift called clairtangency. It's also called psychometry or psychometric, where I can literally feel the energy signatures off of material. So for example, when I put my hands on Lulu, I can literally feel her crystalline energy because of the clairtangency. And I'm able to channel the feelings that she gives me into words that humans can understand. And so I use that gift when I am communing with the crystals, when I'm channeling with them. Sometimes they tell me their names, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they tell me, oh, I want to move into this room. Can you move me? And yeah, they're just so funny, actually. They have personality, sense of humor. Yeah, they're wonderful. And so the story with Lulu, I saw her in a home convenience store. And it's a store that sells a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They have clothing, they have appliances, they have, toys, a little bit of everything. And this one particular day, I was walking the aisles because I could feel crystal energy in environments. I'm like, there's crystals here. And so I walk in the store just to see where they are, or if I can find them. And I come across this aisle and I stop and I see like two little crystals. And of course, I have to say hi to them. Can't just be rude like that. And so I'm communing with these crystals and just giving, I like to give crystals Reiki when they're in the stores because they don't get, usually in retail, they don't get handled very well. And so I just like to give them some Reiki, love, healing energy. And so I was raking the crystals and then I got called to, go somewhere else. And so I put those crystals down and I walk away. But then a few minutes later, I kept getting a pull, like I need to go back to that aisle where the crystals were. And I'm like, okay, I got a few more minutes. Let's just go back. And I'm back at the aisle and I see the two crystals that I Reiki'd before. And I'm like, what is calling me? Who's pulling me? And when I said that, I look up, eye level, Lulu's like right here. And I'm like, how could I have missed you? Oh my gosh, you're huge. And I'm like, I have to take her. I have to cradle her. She's mine. She's coming up with me. She, at first sight of her, she just drew me in. Like, love at first sight kind of thing. And she didn't have a price tag on her. And so the cashier was like working frantically to try to figure out, how much to charge. And 5 minutes later, he said, okay, $20. I'm like, okay, sold. $20. She could have been 100. I wouldn't have cared. It's like, I have to get, she has to come home with me. And so I'm in the car and I'm cradling her on my lap. And I'm just looking down at her and I'm just like introducing my energy and frequency to her, because that's what I do when I get new crystals. And I remember holding her and looking down at her on my lap, and she says, "Hi, Lulu," and I'm like, and it was so loud in my head. I'm like, nobody's outside. My car's no one's around my car. It's you, Lulu. So that is how I discovered her name. And she has been such a beautiful expression of love in my life since I've had her. And yeah, she's funny. She's amazing. And I enjoy her so much. I enjoy all of my crystals. But yeah, she really has a sense of humor and a sense of fun that I really enjoy and can connect with.
Yes. It's so beautiful, and I fully get that love at first sight with her. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. And how she shared her name, it's like a crystal baby. They're reunited again in this beautiful rose quartz, energetic love. It's gorgeous.
Definitely. And yeah, at some point she'll be visiting you.
Yeah, would you like to share about that, your vision, what you...
Yeah, so Eimear and I were talking yesterday, and of course Lulu was there. And within a little pause between our conversation, I got a vision of Eimear on one of her walking the land and taking pictures with the ancient stones. And lo and behold, Lulu was sitting on top of one of the ancient rocks. And I was like, oh, you have to go over there. You want to travel. You're giving me travel energy. And so there's something about being with you, Eimear, and visiting these sacred sites that she wants to be a part of. And so, yeah, she made that very prominent yesterday that she wants to go over there. And I think she has some unfinished business to do. She hasn't revealed to me what that is yet, but maybe that's where you come in.
Yeah. Isn't that gorgeous? And we started talking about then about the rose line, rose quartz and the rose line, and there's this feeling of the clearing of the earth, the healing of the land, and that Lulu wants to come over to help and support that. Because, you know, well, America, we were joined, we were all one landmass millions of years ago. So I'm wondering, is that part of it, wanting to reunite us all together again?
It could be. Out of all the crystals that I own, she is the one that is really giving me that I want to travel energy. And so, yeah, it could be a connection with that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So watch out, everyone. We're going to be meeting when we figure out how to transport Lulu and Denise over here to Scotland and going on pilgrimage to the sacred sites and bringing her energy home to heal the land. Yeah, it's gorgeous, gorgeous. Wow. And would you like to share as well, because you've had another vision that involves the round table? Would this be a good time to share that?
Yes, yes, it would.
And the whole, yeah, the whole amazing series of events as part of that.
Yes. So earlier this year, I underwent surgery where I had to go all the way under anesthesia. And that night when I got home, I was in so much pain because the anesthesia was wearing off. And they gave me a painkiller before I left, but I felt like that was barely kicking in. And so I was like, okay, what tools do I have? How can I heal myself? And I was like, oh, I can do Reiki. And so I called in the Reiki energy, felt it flowing through my hands, and I put my hands on the area and they would just fall off because I was so weak and so tired from the procedure that my hands would just lay to the side of me. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not going to work. What do I do now? And so I'll tell my higher self to do Reiki on me while I figured out, something else that I could do. And I started to play 174 hertz, which is really good for relieving pain. And I had this track on loop because I was like, oh, it's going to be a long night. I need help like right now. It was like when it's gotten to the point where I'm moaning in pain, oh yeah, I've gone too far. And so I'm like, okay, what else do I have? The music is helping, but I feel like it's taking a long time. And I need something right now to help me so I can stop squirming in pain. And I remembered my business coach and mentor, Tash, teaching us about the care method. And I was like, okay, at this point, I will try anything to get out of this pain. And so while listening to the music and trying my best to just calm down and relax, I ended up in this like between sleep and wake phase. And I remember being transported to this like underground tunnel, like platform. And I could see the light like shining from above. And that was the only illumination in the environment. And for the care method, C stands for conscious, bringing awareness to the issue. My issue at that moment was pain. I needed to get rid of it. I was just fed up. And so I called in these pain bodies. And I remember them looking like abstract paintings, like really weird. And they were like flowing up and down. And I'm like, okay, I've called you all here because I'm having a really hard time and you guys are way too intense for me to handle. And so the next step is acceptance, like not giving the pain bodies space to speak. Like, what are they screaming at me? What is their message? And so I faced, it was about maybe 10 of them. So I gave them space to speak one-on-one. The first one spoke, the next one spoke, so on and so forth. Just giving them that platform. And then after that, I'm like, okay, next one, reframe, sorry. And yeah, that's just getting a feel of the frequency of the pain and letting it know that I don't want them in my body. It's way too much. But how do I want to feel instead? And so I'm just gathering the energy of that. I'm saying, okay, I've heard you speak. I've given you space. I see you. I hear you. I definitely feel you. I acknowledge all of that. And I'm thinking at this point, they should just start dissolving, but they didn't. And I'm like, what happened here? Did I do something wrong? And so I feel this, as soon as I ask that question, what do I do? I feel this presence behind me. And we have this telepathic communication going on to the point where I feel like I don't have to actually turn my head to see who or what is behind me. I just know that there's this warm, gentle energy. It didn't feel like angel energy or anything I felt before, but I knew it had my back. And through telepathy, the energy told me to just wait. And then I waited, and then a different energy body had something else to say. Didn't finish speaking the first time. So I'm like, okay, let's do this again. CAR. And excuse me, I listened to it. I give it space, and it still didn't go away. I'm like, what is going on here? And so the communication with the beautiful being behind me was like, okay, get the frequency of how you want to feel. You don't want to be in pain. You don't want these pain bodies in you. How do you want to feel? And so I got that energy. I just want to be free from this pain. And as soon as I said that, this flash of light, I mean, it was blinding white light, came from above, and just, it almost like it vaporized all of the pain bodies. And so I'm left there looking around like, okay, they're all gone. There's nobody else here. What do I do now? And as soon as I said that, there was this floating door. I guess some people get floating carpets. I got a floating door. And I was intuitively prompted to step on the door. And as soon as I did that, it started rising. And I'm looking down and I'm leaving this platform that I was previously on, and it's completely empty. And I noticed I was starting to feel different. Like I was just noticing that my body was not in pain anymore. And I'm like, well, I like this feeling. I like it a lot. And within the blink of an eye, I had a wardrobe change. And I was all of a sudden, I don't even remember what I was wearing before in the vision. I don't know, it wasn't important. But in the blink of an eye, I had this wardrobe change. And all of a sudden, I was wearing this like fuzzy blue cloak with long sleeves and a hoodie. And in my left hand, I was holding a staff with this beaming light and a crystal outline on top of it. And I'm looking at myself like, oh, wow, this is cool. Well, what's next? And so we're rising. I got my wardrobe changed. I'm feeling so much better. And all of a sudden, there's this huge glass business building. that appears. So if this is the building, then this is the door, and it's like right next to it. And then there is an open window that the door stops at. I'm like, okay, I guess this is where I get off. And so I have my staff, I go through the window, and I am in this like conference office room. And there is this round table, it's a huge round table. And everyone's wearing, and it's full. Everyone's wearing the same long blue cloak that I am. And they have their hoodies up. So I really couldn't see like any faces, but I could tell that there were many different beings. Some of them are humans, some of them are not. And I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I'm looking around and I notice there's one seat available. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just go around the table and take that seat. And as soon as I start walking, my body is responding to this new elevated vibration. Like my posture straightened up. I'm just gliding through every footstep is like more and more embodying of this new energetic frequency. And so I get to my seat and I'm like, I remember this. This is my seat. I used to sit here. And so I had that revelation, and I pull the seat out and I lean my staff up against the table, and I put my hands on my heart, close my eyes, and I'm like, I made it. I'm here. I made it. And then this sense of relief and belonging just came over me. It's like, yes, I'm back. I made it. Ascension is here. And then I woke up out of that, and man, you talk about transformation. That was intense. That was huge. I felt like I came out a diamond after all of that pressure and pain and everything. So yeah, that's the vision that I had. And I feel like it's so fitting being that witches in the round table, and I'm here, and I feel like this is like a physical representation of it in a way. And I'm just so honored to be a speaker here and to have everyone here joining us. So thank you, everyone.
Wow. So many tingles. Well, throughout your conversation, but that particular vision and ascension. And I remember you sharing that as we're in the mutual mentorship with Tash Mitch, who is speaking in 2 days' time live. And I remember when you were sharing parts of that, I can't remember if you shared it all in our mentorship, but you were glowing because you are a diamond, and some people share in the comments they can see your white aura. You're glowing and emanating this pure white light. And when you were sharing that after it had just happened, it was like you had had this huge awakening, because you had, and you were so excited, and I'm just reliving that again through you when you're sharing now. That's so magical and powerful. And yeah, we're all at the round table with you.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. So happy.
Comparing our staffs and the crystals that are on them and our cloaks. Where did you get yours? Oh, wow.
Oh, I just appeared on a floating door. That's all.
And the pain was gone.
Yes, it never returned. Like it was gone.
Amazing. Magic. That really is. It's pure magic, and it is so real. And someone else has shared, I saw it pop up in the comments, they can feel the Merlin energy and the King Arthur energy that's coming through as well, which is really, really beautiful. And the fae, the fairies. Yeah, bringing our full magic back. Merlin is the master alchemist. and Mary Magdalene. Woo!
Yes.
So
Ooh, indeed.
powerful. Thank you for sharing all of that. Is there anything else you'd like to share or bring forth, as well as speaking about your free gift, which is divine, divine? And I urge everyone to go and receive it and sink into the magic of your crystal singing bowls.
Thank you. Yes, I will speak a little bit into that. So for this collective, I channeled a very specific 432 Hertz singing bowl experience as my free offer. And it's designed to bring you into balance energetically and also physically. And it's short and sweet, doesn't take too long, but go ahead and check it out if that resonates. If sound baths are something that you want to try out, have a listen, go ahead. And if you want to find a little bit more about me, head on over to denisealamba.com. Check out the site, the offers, and yeah, let's connect.
Please do. Yeah. It's very magical. And any final words before we wrap this up? And I'll just check if there's any questions as well in the comments in the chat here or on YouTube.
Yeah, I would say let love in, let more love in. Because one person can affect everyone, the environment, the animals, the plants. When you hold that love vibration, that they feel that. The air feels it, the earth feels it, all the beings feel that. And I feel that when you carry that love vibration and it just emanates, you're changing the world just by being you, just by allowing love to be you, to embody you. And that is super powerful. But yeah, one person can change the world. That ripple effect goes all around the globe. Yeah, so remember that you can do that. You have that power within you.
Yeah, that's so magical. And Valerie was asking, because you mentioned the Merkaba earlier on, and she was asking if it's a good thing to have this by her bed at night. So I think you mentioned it while you were sharing about the crystals that are good for sleeping.
Yes. Pay attention to the dreams that you're having. If you're having any visions or any sensations within your body when you have the Merkaba next to you. And that can give you clues about this particular time in your life, what's next for you, what's going on right now. So yeah, just be aware of what the Merkaba is giving you and be open.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Well, so many comments in the chat of gratitude and beautiful emojis as well, with diamonds and crystals and dragons and roses. And it's like a Zoom enchanted wonderland. I love that, Michelle. It is. It is. And the energy that you bring forth is so, so powerful. And your gifts are amazing. You are so connected to the all as the intuitive oracle that you are. So thank you and Lulu and all your crystals for coming here today and sharing so beautifully with us.
They say that we're all welcome. And thank you so very much for having me and having them. They feel very heard and very seen, and they're glowing like Lulu. Her aura right now is, expanded since when we started. So thank you for also giving them this time and space to give their messages.
Yes, and Wynne Tyree has said you're the sweetest angel.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. So thank you all. This has been such a beautiful ending to the opening day of Witches Reclaiming the Round Table. And it feels like such an apt final live for today as it begins to get, it's pretty much dark here now in Scotland. It's 5:10 and I've just heard the beginnings of fireworks going off because it is Guy Fawkes and bonfire night today, and they have a big firework display down in the local park, which I won't be going to. I'll be staying home and connecting with my crystals and taking it easy. So thank you all for being here and for witnessing Denise and her crystals and all that wants to come through. And we will see you all again tomorrow for more delights at the round table. Take care, everyone, on Zoom and YouTube and in the replay. See you soon.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for
Bye. Bye.